All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fannon'S. And in this video, we are going to be talking about Gervonta Tank Davis and his trainer, Kenny Ellis, who made a statement that verifies something I've been telling people on my live streams, and that there is a lot more going on with that Gervonta Davis versus Jake Paul fight than you could have possibly imagined. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fannon'S, and in this video, we're going to be in the 135-pound division, where Gervonta Tank Davis's trainer, Kenny Ellis, made a post on Instagram and specifically mentioned me by name and some comments that I have been making on my live stream over the last few weeks. And in short, it is a message for boxers that they really should be paying attention to, and because Gervonta Davis really got the shaft. Now, before I get into the details, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, please accept my invitation to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. And if you're a longtime subscriber and supporter of the channel, thank you so much for what you do. It really makes a huge difference to the channel. But let's get into this because Kenny Ellis, the trainer of Gervonta Davis, had made a statement just today on his Instagram commenting on a series of live streams that I had. Now, let me read for you what he says, and then I'm going to talk about it and elucidate what he is referring to. He says, "I must admit, for the last 3 weeks, Fannon'S Boxing been hitting the nail on the head, especially when he touched on the topic about the informants. Hopefully everybody in boxing was listening closely to Fannon'S, especially the fighters that's putting their trust into undercover rats. I pray that the fighters open their eyes and research people and don't just Google search them, because informants are slick on every level. They even go as far as to tightening their search game. Remember, God always sends a messenger. Thank you, Fannon'S Boxing." Let's get into this. So Kenny's saying that I've been right and about what I've been talking about for the last 3 weeks. Add to the statement that he made that he also mentioned that Gervonta Davis fight was not canceled by Netflix. And again, let me repeat that the Gervonta Davis-Jake Paul fight was not canceled by Netflix. It was only canceled by Jake Paul. And the reason that Jake Paul doesn't want the fight is that Jake Paul would not have made it down to the 195-pound weight that Jake Paul needed to make it to in order to have the fight. So Kenny Ellis is saying that they blew this whole thing up out of proportion to tear down Gervonta Davis's name and to stop that fight because Jake Paul was not ready. Now, let me connect that, and this is my personal opinion, just like it's Kenny's personal opinion, that this is an orchestrated attempt to tear down Gervonta Davis's name and to tear down the PBC and to prevent those guys from having a successful money-making event. And that Jake Paul basically sold Gervonta Davis out, and now he's going to move on and try to fight somebody else. And that fight miraculously is going to be that fight is going to be good. Just look at the way that the media treated Gervonta Davis when it was announced that he was fighting Jake Paul versus how the media was reacted to the fact that Anthony Joshua could be fighting Jake Paul. When it's Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua, media says it's good. When it's when it's Jake Paul and Gervonta Davis, media says it's bad. Why? Because these people are plants. They are not organic But they are not organic boxing fans leaving comments because of their love for the sport of boxing. These people are people that are entrenched in the sport of boxing, that have their own interest, self-interest at stake, and work in cahoots with one another to try to manipulate narratives and control the narrative of boxing for their betterment and to the suffering of other people. Even if that means that they have got to interfere with the lives of boxers by setting them up with a bunch of dumb crap that winds up going south. I'm telling you, whether it is somebody inviting you to a strip club and all of a sudden some craziness pops off at a strip club. I'm telling you, these type of people will set you up for the fall and be right there trying to drag you down while they're patting you on the back and saying hello. These people are not there by and large to help you there or help the fighter. They're there to meet a quota. The quota allows them to continue to live their fake life on their fake YouTube channel with their fake handle, with their fake views and their fake subscribers. Meanwhile, they're getting their money on the backside through getting fighters signed to fight with certain promoters, getting kickbacks from that. You also hear all of this gambling stuff going on and the fixed gambling that's going on and the kickbacks that people are getting for fixing the gambling, the kickbacks that professional athletes are getting for inviting high rollers to these fixed poker matches. You know, it's just the corruption is just pouring out of the woodwork. And for me, the connection to Gervonta Davis is not the commission of any particular crime. It is the coverage that Gervonta Davis gets no matter what happens. And the incredible timing of it, that it keeps happening consistently right before he has a fight, that something goes haywire, and then when the fight is over or when that news cycle ends, nothing actually takes place for Gervonta Davis. Take, for example, the 2 accusations of abuse that were leveled against Gervonta Davis right before fights, where the court basically throws him out and says that there's not even enough evidence to charge him. Then you have this thing that took place that Jake Paul claimed he and Netflix canceled the fight, when Netflix didn't cancel the fight, only he did. But the truth of the matter is that he couldn't have made weight. And now you've got this accusation that has where Jake Paul claims that there's videotape out there when there's no videotape out there at all, according to the woman that filed the charges. So all in all, if you just look at what's going on in boxing right now and you think, man, this looks so unorganized, this looks so hectic. No, these are all a bunch of single orchestrated plans by people that have self-interest, that are impersonating or playing the role of a YouTube content creator, when ultimately what they're trying to do is trying to get money out of the fighters' pockets, or they're trying to get money out of promoters' pockets by doing hit pieces or one-off setups for them on the fighters that they have an issue with. But anyway, the more I see how boxing works, the more I study how the criminality and the dirtiness of boxing works, I see the play, and man, it's an ugly one. But anyway, that's my take on the matter. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.